Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting possibly my biggest DIY project yet. Not gonna lie, I was nervous at first, but I've been offered the opportunity to do some small renovations to a salon. Here's some inspiration pictures that we're going to be striving for, and also some before pictures of how the salon looks like right now. It's a half barbershop, half salon. We want to make sure that both sides flow together properly. So today I'm focusing on just one of the sides. So as you see, we want it to be very bright, light with wood tones and a lot of greenery. And that's something that is super simple and easy to achieve that can totally be budget friendly. Today I'm going to be starting by sanding and prepping all of the wood to be stained. So we're going to be doing a couple of wood accent walls and shelving, and we want all the wood to be stained the exact same color. It's a pretty decent sized salon, so we want to make sure that each accent wall has its own impact, but it's all obviously still cohesive. So staining all the wood the same is going to help with that. You already know it's nap time, so I'm going to try to get as much done as I can. Okay, so we went to Home Depot and we went to that section that I told you guys about where I had like the cheaper wood because it's like imperfect wood. So went through piece by piece and try to pick out the best ones possible. I am going to sand it down so I can manipulate it a little bit, but not a lot, so they can't be like horrible or super bent. Now that I got them put inside of the garage, I'm going to try to do as many as I can at the same time. So this is about half of the boards for the slate wall. So I'm going to start by sanding and staining this half, and then once this side is dry, I'm going to go and do the other half, which I laid down over there. So I ended up having to get a new sander, which is fine. I'm gonna be using an 80 grit sandpaper. I wanna get it as nice and smooth as I can. I just ordered these from Amazon. That's where I find that it's the cheapest. Yeah. So now that I have it all sanded, I'm just gonna quickly wipe it down with my towel, make sure I don't have any extra sand on it. I'm gonna be staining all of the wood golden oak. So this is a stain that I've used a couple times inside the house. I love it. Just to test it out to make sure I really do like this color, and this is the color that's gonna work. I'm just going to test it out on one that I know for sure we're not gonna use because it's way too damaged. Yes, I'll probably do a couple layers of it, so until it gets like this dark. All right, the first side is all stained. Oh, look at it, it's so pretty. I'm gonna come back later and I'm going to do the sides one at a time so that way they dry properly. Look at it, so pretty. I'm gonna have to close the garage door because half of it is under the sun and I don't want it to dry differently. So we'll be back. It's the next day, so I'm going to get the second half of all the slate wood sanded and stained, and then I'm going to start on the rest of the wood. I'm going to start sanding, and hopefully I'm going to be done sanding and staining all of the wood pieces today. Let's just set everything up. Alright, so these thicker pieces of wood are going to be an assortment of shelves that are going to go on the wall. So these are a little bit more rougher. I'm going to have to sand these down a little bit more than the other ones. As you can see here, the edges are very straight. You could just tell that it's a raw piece of wood. So basically what I did was just curved out all of the edges and then curved out all of the corners, so that way it just looks more like a finished piece. Yeah, so now I'm gonna stain this because I just want to see it before and after right next to each other. Alright, so I ran out of stains, so that's all that I could do for right now, unfortunately. But it's fine, I'll go to Home Depot later and get more. But yeah, look at this difference. I love this color. So pretty. Alright guys, it's the next day. I accidentally hit the stain and knocked it over. Whatever was left in the bottle that was probably gonna be enough for me to finish the project. I hit it, knocked it over. It is what it is. But I just went to Home Depot and got a bigger one because I like the color anyways. And then I went to go get this the sealer because I forgot to get it. Basically, this is just gonna seal the stain and make sure that it's long lasting and keeps the color and it's very durable. She's gonna be using this one board as her desk, so she's gonna be using it a lot. So I wanna make sure that it's as durable as possible.
A couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away, and I feel like I'm running in circles.
It's been a couple hours. I applied oh my gosh, I applied the first coat to all of the wood. This smells very strong. I'm gonna set a timer for another 2 hours so that way I can come back and do the second coat on her desk. But everything else looks so good. I have like multiple drying stations all over the garage because I have no room. Okay, so before I head out, I'm cutting one of these 1x2s to the width of the wall. I'm not taking the boards all the way to the top, so I'm stopping it and then doing like a little shelf coming out.
And I know I've been acting strange for a while.
All right, we're all good to go.
But I want you close, ooh, closer than before, and no one knows, that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings, I just need you to know that I want you close, ooh, closer than before.
We're good. Oh my god, yes, perfect. Cute. It is.
You know I'm on your side, and I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while. Closer than before, and no one knows. I'm not overthinking feelings, I just need you to know that I want you close, ooh, closer than before, closer than before, closer than before. Hiding all my feelings, broken from the start. Wish you never leave me. Am I going too far? But I want you close.
After the shelves, I was done and I headed home, but I don't want to give you guys a full before and after just yet, but this is just a quick one. These are just the foundations that we need to actually decorate. So if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. As always, I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you guys in my next one.